when he spoke, I listened. I was mesmerised in his presence. But judging from your book, I wasn't alone, was I?
No, he was a charismatic man, my dad, but he was a very social creature. He knew how to communicate with people. He was very inclusive. He would never you would never feel like you were being preached to or lectured to. At the darts, it became a bit sad towards the end when he would get mobbed. But you get 10,000 people, well refreshed in an arena.
Never.
Sid Waddell walks out. It's like Sid. They all jump over and mobbed him. Because in the early days of darts, he would, it's a cliche, but he would have time for everybody.
Yes.
You couldn't quite believe that people wanted his autograph in the first place. He was that bit of sign for it. But a story, he would stop for a photo. People really enjoyed spending time with him, and he would have time for them. And that was all through his life. In every job he did, every single place he went, he's always remembered very fondly. There are very few people who had a bad word to say for him. But he was warm, he was inclusive, and he made everything a bit of a laugh. He always loved it when a story emerged from a night out, a night to dismember. He used to refer to them, having a boozy night out. There'd always be a story. It would always be memorable, and people always enjoyed that. And he was one of those guys, as I discovered when I was writing the book, once met, never forgotten. He was an ideas man. He just came up with ideas. So when they were doing in those days, as you well know, regional news was done in very super fashion, much like the sort of BBC news.
Yeah.
And my dad always rebelled against that. He always thought, we're doing this is the news for the Geordie people in the Tyne Tees region. It needs to reflect some of the fun and the vigour of the community it represents. So he was forever coming up with ideas for news packages, quirky ones. But he came up with this idea of setting the Miners Gala in Durham, which was always covered very reverently, and setting it to music so it would be less boring. And it nearly got him fired because Harold Wilson, the Prime Minister, had attended, and they'd set him, walk him and various other Labour Party high-ranking politicians to Dancing in the Street by Martha and Ellis. And that's not how you were meant to treat the Prime Minister, a big do like this. So he was, he was nearly fired for that.